Welcome to the Fantasy Pavilion, your home for fantasy sports.
Yes, guys, welcome back to the Fantasy Pavilion, your home for fantasy sport. We had a nice, a kind of nice 2 week break, but of course, the aftermath, what follows after that international break, is never nice. I'm joined by fantasy Paul, big Man fan, and of course, our big Tottenham fan, Kevin.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, welcome. Thank you guys for joining me. Of course, I'm Paul. International break, we hate it, but this one was it just proved it just pushed the envelope a little in terms of the injuries that are already existing in some players, and now some key assets are down and are forcing some of us now to maybe use a chip or minor signs. So some of the our approach to gaming 13 maybe will be a bit more savage, or what I want to say, boy, a bit more urgent, or because reactive, because this time we can't rule. Sometimes some people have 4, some people have 5 injuries. How much injuries did you meet when you opened the app? What, Monday, yesterday?
Funny enough, I was kind of just watching it right through to every day. Like for some reason, I don't know, I was drawn to watching that team every day just to see who was injured next now. So
Right.
I think it
Were
was
you able to
Haaland
keep
first.
your transfers, or you reacted yet?
No, I've been able to hold on to it still because I'm waiting to see exactly
Yeah.
news on a few of the players. But I think most for me, I'm trying to remember how many it was. Haaland is one. Well, I mean everybody have Haaland, but he should be fine. Um, what? Who
Even if
else?
he
Boy,
blanks, this is not
Mitoma.
the worst week for him to blank as well, because
Yeah,
against
yeah,
Liverpool.
yeah,
So
yeah. This is a tough week too. But
yeah.
yeah, it was Haaland, Mitoma, Kabori, and somebody else. I think it was 4 people in all for me.
Bowen?
Oh,
Bowen
Hoyland,
and Mutuma.
Hoyland.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but the good thing about it, I had 2 free transfers going into this week, so that's one thing I weight off my shoulder there. I could actually
Yeah,
make
that
two
would help a
transfers.
lot.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
was trying to do the same thing with that 2 transfers, but Madison made me have to do 2 transfers before the international break,
the
because I
last
can
week. Yeah,
suffer that drop.
yeah. But so it goes sometimes, you know.
Yeah. It's not
Yeah,
too bad.
very good.
But like they're not giving out any proper news on the extent of the injuries. So like
Yeah,
Bowen and Haaland mainly, those are the 2 that we're still waiting for. We don't know what happened to Cash.
yeah.
We just know he missed a game.
I hear injury rumor mill though that it is not with regards to Cash and Haaland, it's not as serious. Mitoma might be the one who might miss out, and Bowen as well. Bowen,
Yeah.
I hear is fluid in his knees, so he might be out for at least game week 13.
But right
But
now
we
I
don't
have
know
both
how.
Mo and Mitoma, but I don't know which one to transfer out. Like which one more long term, or which one might play, or anything like that. So
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
only could get rid of one this week. I'm not going to take a minus. So
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think I think Mitomo was in uh, a training video though, so I'm not too sure. Like recently,
Oh, okay.
so it could
Well,
it
we
could it
wait
could
and
be available. Yeah.
we wait and see. I mean, in any case, I was looking to offload Matoma anyway, you
yeah,
know.
at some
So
point, same here. It's just I was
yeah,
hoping to get that 2 transfers so I could have beef him up to somebody a little bigger, but we'll see. I'll have to see tomorrow. That'll be deadline for me.
I want to get Mbuemo in, and I think his price might rise tonight, and
Tonight,
Mitoma
yeah,
might
Mike.
drop tonight. So
Mhm.
yeah, I feel I might actually pull the trigger on that one time, and then save my next transfer until I hear the rest of news.
No, big up Sure. Thanks for coming through. What your team look like? Sure?
I have 6 flags on my team. It's an amusement park. Same thing you guys mentioned. Cash, Kabore, Mitoma, Haaland, Bowen, and Udogi. I still have him. So I
Well,
want to
Udogi
take
might
my
come back out, so he's all right.
Oh, okay.
I think
also
today
want
they
to
got
play
news
my
to say that
wild
he's
card.
playing. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good option to keep. I want to play my wild card actually for the last couple of weeks, and I was just holding it off until the international break. So now that I've seen some flags in the team, I want to shake up the team a little bit, and I might play it tonight/tomorrow. So we'll see how that
The thing
goes
is,
for that.
if you're doing that wild card, don't get scared what happened this week, because this week the fixtures are really difficult. It
Yeah,
will kick
I basically
off. It'll kick
planning.
off with the fixture swing next week for sure.
Yeah, I basically planning for like the next couple of weeks ahead, and like
Which as
booking
you
like
should.
transfers. Yeah. So, because had a good couple of game weeks recently, catching back some rank. So now it's just already within the million, like 600,000. So I want to try to hit close to the 100,000 mark. Hopefully, if in the next 5 game weeks, if the wildcard playoffs, so I want to try to play aggressive, get some like interesting picks and like some wildcards, and then try to like beat people in terms of rank now. So
Yeah.
I'll see how it goes
Yeah.
in the next couple of game weeks.
All
But real
right.
optimistic
So
though. It's real optimistic.
yeah. Kevin, you know when you open up, I know your situation. I don't want any others. When you open up, how much injury so?
Right now I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 injuries. One was Anderson, which I always had. He's just fodder. Mitoma, Cash, Bowen, and Haaland.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I have a
No,
decent bench. I just have to get rid of one of
right.
them. One have to go. So far it's Mitoma, but I really looking forward to that Bowen news. Hopefully by tomorrow to make that decision. So,
Hopefully. Yeah. Sean, well, I know Paul, you have 2 free transfers, Kevin?
nah, just one.
No, he said one.
Only one.
Sean,
Yeah.
you have 1 or 2?
Yeah, I've won. So if I do
Alright, so-
anything, I'd play the wild card. If I want to make any kind of significant moves now.
But that's because of the Christmas trees, or
Yeah, I think so.
okay.
I think so.
Right.
I think a while
And it is
if
the
you-
last international break and stuff as well.
until next year. So I think if
March
you
or
want to
something,
play
yeah.
aggressive, you could probably run your wild card. If you want to play.
But then you're
aggressive,
also
like,
getting a wild card after the end of this year. So
So that's what I'm saying. When
Yeah,
have you guys played yours already or not yet?
oh yeah, definitely. I think it was in 7
Not
or
yet.
8.
Paul, what about you? Play yours already?
Yeah. I been mine long time since 6.
So basically just me and Jai holding on to ours. So I think if I play mine now, I might be able to hold off in like from now till the new wildcard come through. And I could probably catch all in terms of making different
That new wild
moves.
card will be because of AFCON and the Asian Cup.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So because both of
You'll
them
need-
happen at the
you-
same time, early
Yeah, you'll
next
need
year.
to keep it there. You need to keep it there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm glad Wendell said that, because
Mhm.
that is my question now. Thank you, Wendell. Bigger Wendell. Wendell, if you want to come on, message me, I can send a link, right? I'm glad Wendell said that, because yes, we could wildcard as the quickest and easiest way to fix our troubles. But to me, this game week is not, there are no fixtures. No one could convince
Yeah, the fixture is
me.
difficult, real difficult.
Oh,
So if you're
what?
wild
No.
card, then look forward to the next week, not this week.
You have to, right, no.
Yeah.
But that is not the key. The key thing is you want to have players that are right now going to, because
Oh no, it will
when you
just be
wild,
testing your nerves. It will just be testing your nerves. Just make sure this week will be a low scoring, and then it'll kick in next week. So still do your wild card. That's fine.
that's not good for me. I don't know if I want a wild card and only get 40
Yeah,
points.
yeah. Make sure you're really strong. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
you
don't
see-
know if I have it.
But you know wild card, like it's a free hit. Playing
No.
wild card to get 100 points this week. Playing wild card to over the next 3 weeks to gather almost 250 points. You're not trying to catch this week only. You're trying to get points this week as well the next 5 game weeks. You're not trying to catch the points right now. It's not immediate return one time now. But it's for me in my thinking. You should have
So like your wild card will
out
have
the
like
team.
Man City and Liverpool, even though they're playing this week, you're still bringing their attackers because right after they have a good stretch after,
Correct.
right? Yeah. But just know that this week will be rough.
Okay, I have a question then. For those who are ready, so like Paul, and others, many others watching, who would have already used their wild card, would you recommend a free?
What? Sorry, free hit?
Yeah, would you recommend that the free hit? For those who already use the wild card a long time now, and if they have 5-6 injuries, the bench not. The bench have Obama and those kind of fellas, maybe Kabore, if you're lucky, to have a
Nah.
catcher.
I would
Kabore,
say,
injured
no.
too.
Right,
I
that's
would
the
say
point.
I would say no.
Yeah.
I would say no, and this is why, because some of those injuries, like I'm even hearing now, all this is obviously hearsay, but I mean it will be confirmed tomorrow in the press conferences. But some of the injuries is actually players who didn't want to force anything, or they know they have a hectic festive season coming up. I think it's like 7 game weeks in the month of December, so they actually claim or say they were injured just to get off of playing in the international break, during the
Which
international
is
break,
Man
you
City do
know.
that a lot.
So
Yeah, Haaland,
I
we are still
find,
Haaland for Liverpool. So
I find you should hold off on that free hit. Try if it is your force and you have to take the hit, take the -4, in some cases, I don't know how some people teams might have it real bad. But I feel it's better you save that free hit, because if you're free hitting, once again, as we said before, it's a difficult game week. You have some matchups that are not ready. The wild card, yeah, but the free hit is something you want to score with. And if it is, this game is going to be difficult, I don't think you should play a free hit this week. You should hold it. That's
Right.
just my
Fair.
opinion.
Right. Then
yeah, a playing 10 or playing 9 might give you the same scores of playing 11 this week.
right. Thank
True,
you.
true,
Now
true,
going to
true,
ask
true.
Yeah.
was now going. Right, you're hitting it on the. I like that. Hitting it. Right. Now, for my personal team, and of course the team on the channel, I want to hold back because I already have my plans for the wild card. When Brentford and City blank, that's when I really want a wild card. But this might really, really be forcing me to wild card. And as you said, we have to look ahead at some of the fixtures, maybe 2-3 games ahead, and try to formulate that wild card for that.
So when is the next World Cup coming out?
It's supposed to be game in 22,
January?
I believe. No, January coming out, sorry, yes. It expires in 22, I think. And
Okay,
I guess
expires in 22.
subsequent game weeks, yeah.
So 22 minus 14. I got 8.
Mhm.
Yeah, your wild card is for the next 8 fixtures.
Yeah. Right.
If you want to look at it like that. Yeah.
So that's a big set of strategizing there.
Yeah, that is a big shot.
But
But
as you
within
did
those
say,
8 game weeks, you have free transfers to
of course,
mitigate
Yeah,
any
you
kind
still
of
have
things
your
that happen
just
in
just to be
between. So you
back
still
on
have
par
your
with
stuff.
everybody on chipped.
Correct.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
correct.
yeah. All right. Now,
No,
as
8
you
is not
said, I
bad.
like what you said. If you have 9 or 3, 8, 9, 10 playing players. Now, if you're goal, now is the next problem. Do we waste? If you have no playing goalkeepers, do you waste that transfer? Sarah, that's one of the players I would just sacrifice.
I
No
mean,
playing
all the other
goalkeepers.
all the other goalkeepers scoring what 2 points every week. So that's just 2 points less.
I mean, if you know that you got your wild card player already, you have no playing goalkeepers for the foreseeable future, I think is best and most wise to invest in a keeper. If you have no other pressing issues in the team, like nobody else that really need to change. Like if a Bowen is like a 50-50 and a Mitoma is a 50-50, I'll quicker gamble on the keeper just to kind of balance out the team, because you're wasting 2 points every game week with a possibility of a clean sheet going forward, if you pick the right keeper, rather than Bowen could come out and play half a game and score a goal. If he's 50%, Mitoma is the same thing. That's the kind of way I think about it. That's a different view from, like Evan saying, no, we'll forget the keeper, leave him out. What if your team already have much fires and you're going to gamble only 50-50 with Bowen and Mitoma, for example, and you just pick a keeper that they could, like a Johnston. What's his name? Johnstone.
Yeah, Johnson.
John
Right?
Stone, right?
Crystal
Yeah,
Palace. Yeah.
Johnstone from Crystal Palace. Let's say now he have a good fixture this same week. You better than 4.5. You say, well, all right, chuck him in. He might have a clean sheet to take. 6 points additional, 8 points to get versus gambling and throwing away your keeper points, your save points, whatever it may be. Right? Gamble on the players that you have already and swap a keeper out. I don't know how they feel about
No. Yeah. Because that's what I'm asking too. Because yes, on the flip, 2 points, but on the other, you can get clean sheet. There's some because as much as some of these fixtures are trash, as like Shamir mentioned, John Stone has a great fixture. Some keepers have some really good fixtures. And you never know. If the keepers might be the saviors, this you never know, right? You just never know.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some of the fixtures here because West Ham, Burnley, somebody could get a clean sheet out of that game. Chelsea, Newcastle, that could go straight to a draw. You never know. So it have some games here that could be key. Sheffield are very stingy at home. We see that team.
Yeah, Sheffield and Luton, even though they're easy teams, they're still very difficult to break down.
Right, at home especially. So those games where you could possibly get those clean sheets. So, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Better on clean sheet. Yeah, I like what Wenda's saying. Better on clean sheets this year is gambling. For real. Right? Right. I wouldn't even go into that.
That's part of the fun of it, eh? You know, you're taking a chance. You really don't know.
No, let's take a look at what the team looking at, and then look at the fixtures and we go from there. Because of course, as you saw in my graphic, the team in chaos. But they did that way on purpose. Boom. All right, so our FPL team for the game week here. So I mean, I'm not going to talk about last week, but the team doing good so far. Ranks and Canvex right now, 614k, taking that upwards downwards. All right, so you open the app, bam, big team, Edison, injured, Cash flag. What says this flag? Sorry, so Edison flag, Cash flag, Mitoma's flag, Haaland's flag, and on the bench, Gusto and Kupor. So immediately seeing this, we're not gonna what Haaland should, right? Cash is a shoulder injury, should mind. Mitoma is a main worry. So one of our best Mitoma replacements.
Who on the bench? Sorry, what defenders we have on the bench in case Cash?
Kuborian and Gusto.
And both of them injured. So right now we have no cover for defenders if Cash not there. Yeah.
Yep.
That's two different ways to look at it. If you want to get defender in, so even if Mitoma doesn't play, you get somebody on the bench. Off the bench, sorry. And if Cash doesn't play, you get somebody off the bench as well.
Big Mark, big Chelsea fan. We need some help from you. I want to bring you some Chelsea assets. Wendell too. Yeah. Chelsea man in the chat. I need some help to talk about two Chelsea men are looking at in a bit. Right. So, some immediate reaction if you will wildcard this team, or would you? You have two free transfers. Fight up.
Oh, if you have two now, you don't need to.
Now I wouldn't wildcard team either. No. If you have two free transfers.
Right. Just asking.
You're good to go with two free transfers there, yeah.
You're more than able to change every team.
No, 2 free and a minus, or we're leaving it at 2.
2, 3 and a minus. 2 free and a minus kind of could work out for you, the mini wild card, If I know
I'm only asking because other people viewing their teams will be in this similar state. They might have. Let's go with the ideal scenario of 2 free transfers. So not Haaland. And Haaland could be red, not touching Haaland. Haaland stays, right? And it's a very big game. And he had this injury for a while. I think he should feature. All
Yeah,
right.
I will
So,
take him off.
right, you might not captain him, but you're not going to drop him, right? Matoma, on the other hand, definitely one. His form has not been too hot. He had an assist, I think, recently. That was it. Not even the last game before, the game before.
It's just our
So,
own
and
goal.
of course, right? So, not too hot. And then Cash, maybe might have another defender inside. So far, that's our 2 free transfers covered there. Again, I'm asking the best Matoma replacement. Now, I don't have this particular player on my team, but what about Bowen as well? Would you hold on to Bowen? Are we saying that Bowen's injury is not that serious, so we can hold on to Bowen?
That's what we
Or
need the news for, honestly.
yeah,
That's the only reason
yeah,
we need the news for. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I would pause on Bowen. I would pause on
if
Bowen
it's a
because
1 week, keep him. Let them bench or whatever. But if it's more serious, then definitely sell.
yeah.
He would do
Try-
1 week blank.
Okay, so just bench him and not worry about him. Keep
Yeah.
him. He's worth the keep, especially I think West Ham fixtures not too terrible coming up. I think there's some
Mhm.
decent fixtures coming up, but not too bad.
And I believe he
Uh,
supposed to play striker as well because Antonio is out for the foreseeable
okay.
future.
Matsukano is he's out until maybe what the end of the year, I believe. He has an
Yeah,
knee injury.
possibly.
Yeah,
Possibly.
while playing for the big boys. So
Mhm.
definitely is that there. I'm seeing reports too that Luke Shaw might be back as a man. You not to bring him in, but asking how quickly it would have fit Shaw slide back into the team. Paul, the Man U team.
I wouldn't risk it as yet with Shaw because
No,
I
not
don't
FPL.
know.
It's
Oh, you
in terms of
mean
Man U.
no,
Yeah.
even
How quickly? No.
I don't think he will. I don't think he'll be rushed back in just as yet. I think he'll be eased back in. Because I think the confidence with the setup they have right now. I mean, although yes, Man United has been playing all that well, they've been getting a few clean sheets recently. Maguire's form has actually been pretty good. So
Who they
usually
play
I
on
know they
Shaw
would have
spot? Regular?
regular, yeah. No, but the thing about it, but sure, you could use him. He's a dual player in that he could play left back and he could also play centre back. But in any case, I still wouldn't want to rush him back into any position as yet. Just give him. See, I feel they'll work him in, give him some minutes, and then eventually he will start. Also, you have to remember to the schedule. Once again, to December is going to be very hectic, so you
Mhm.
can't put too much on him just as yet. Ease him back in, and then eventually he will get some starting minutes.
Okay, no problem. Now, obviously, we're
Even
not
even
going
if it
to.
even if he does start, it won't be just be like a 60 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem. Now, obviously, we're not going to make the transfers. I don't know. I don't like to get into the habit of making the transfers right away because, of course, severity and all injuries. But I just want to discuss a few players, a few assets going into this game week 13. Right. So, of course, now up to now, we didn't give him a name yet. Matoma replacement. Who do you replace Matoma with?
No, this is another West Ham asset,
Mhm.
and the reason why I'm bringing him up is because he's actually he's he's a baller. I mean, and he might actually be a nice option, differential option as well too. Just in case Bowen, it seems like he can't go for more than one week.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, I know you're talking about, but
Kudus.
I have a counter for that though. Like
Kudos
if they
to you,
don't
Paul,
have
for that.
Bowen creativity, is he still a good asset?
Yeah, because Kudos is a creative player by himself.
Yeah, but they won't have Antonio nor Bowen to finish his creativity.
No, but you have this guy.
No, but he might
Put respect
he
on
might actually well,
this
actually
name.
he might be able to bang it
Chip
as
in.
well. Because he actually scored in his
Yeah, no,
last he scored
Paqueta
an
playing
assist
real
in,
good too.
in his last
Yeah.
game. And then they have Ward Prowse who could
Who take on the responsibility.
provide the creativity. Suchek as well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Paqueta, you know. So they have players. Ben Rahama as well could step in, you know,
Yeah,
and could
yeah.
us up.
Some key players are back because Paqueta was out for a while. He is back, and we saw his impact immediately coming back into the
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
team
Mm-hmm.
last week.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely not someone to count out there. All right, so we have a few. So that's West Ham. If we look at these fixtures here, so we're tackling the West Ham fixture to replace Matoma. What's the next fixture we use to replace Matoma? Is Cole Palmer a knee jerk or a good call? Too late, purple patch.
No, I think he's a good shout. But his fixtures go and get better after
Oh,
game week
after this
like
game week is much
14.
better.
After game week like 15 or something like that, his fixtures are really good. But he seems to be performing against the bigger teams as well, and Chelsea seems to be catching some kind of form, some better playing style. So he may be a good shout. I was actually thinking about the Forest Brighton game, and the only person I could think about to replace Matoma is the next tricky winger from Brighton, Aderinga. And
Right.
he is
Yes. Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
he is performing really well as well as Ansu Fati.
True.
Both of them on the wings, they could be good shouts for replacing Matoma. In team replacement, Aderinga and Ansu Fati, either one, and you're good to go. Because both pretty cheap. I think
Yeah. Not
Aderinga is a
bad
bit
at all.
cheaper than Fati. I think Fati is
My
6 million or 6.5 or something like that.
yeah. My pick will be again in I know I said Luton will be good defensive at home, but Crystal Palace against Luton with SJ.
Okay.
He he
Okay.
played in two
Yeah.
weeks now. Well, one full game last week and he scored a penalty, yes. But the week before he came off the bench and assisted.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. For
I know
so
he was a
10 points
big thing in the
two
beginning, yeah.
matches. 10 points in the last two matches. Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as a midfielder,
If
and
we,
he's a little bit cheaper, so he might even save some money as well too from
That's
yeah.
a
Matoma
shout.
then. So
No.
and Crystal
Let's
Palace
look at,
fixtures not too bad going forward as well.
Yeah.
no,
Not bad at
definitely
all,
not
not bad at
So
all.
right.
especially for attacking.
The last two for Adrianga though. 11 in the last two. But still a full 9 points. That's not bad. Right, so we have some options there. Matoma. All right. Who are our replacements now for cash? If we're looking at the fixtures immediately. Forget we're not looking ahead 14, 15, we're not looking at 13 coming up, and or at least maybe okay, fine, give me 14. Sometimes it's good to look at least the next one. Right? So between gaming 13 and gaming 14, who are the best cash replacements? So this is what 13 looks like. So you have City, Liverpool, Burnley, West Ham, Luton, Palace, Sheffield, Bournemouth, and then of course 14, Arsenal host was Brentford, Luton. That's not bad. Sheffield looking interesting. Interesting.
It's just that they keep losing. No, well, they win one game so far, and they draw the
Yeah.
last one.
Well, they can win the next two, but that's a whole different conversation. So who's cash replacements? Now a few cash replacements for game week 13.
I don't know. None of the defenders good. I gave you a left field one on Tuesday, a real left field. You remember who that was?
No, you remember?
Eina
Or
from
from Forest.
Oh, from
Forest.
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah,
I know
they're
what you guys think about
playing.
that.
They're playing Brighton next, right? Which is difficult, but Brighton attack kind of died down. Mitoma injured right now, Ferguson out, and the other attackers, who else? Somebody else out in their attack force. So they went, sorry, Brighton was scoring 4 goals in every game. Now they only scoring
Right.
1 goal every game. So if Nottingham's defense actually decent, and they're decent, they could keep a clean sheet, maybe. But if you look at this guy, in his last 2 games, he had 2 returns. Right? I'm not hearing anybody else talking about him. I'm not sure if he's a rotation risk. Right? Because even if you look at Nottingham backline, they have Sergio Aurier, they have him, they have Bolly and somebody else. All of them are very attacking defenders, just from his history. Right? But I think most of his returns were from attacking returns, actually. So this is one guy I'm actually looking at. I was hoping he was a bit cheaper, but he's standard 4.5. Um, so he's a left field pick, but someone to consider. All right,
No,
after
I love it.
the yeah, all right after Brighton, they played Everton, Fulham, and Wolves. Right,
Not bad, not bad,
so
not bad.
defensive is decent. Yeah, so
I don't think that's bad at all. Shout out for sport. If you follow our channel, you should in some more mean. There were no mean sponsors for kids. And right now they have a Black Friday sale going on, so you can go over to our page, click the link, or you can go to the Instagram, 24 Sports, and check out the Black Friday sale for some great kids, great merch.
which is tomorrow.
Season coming up for that, right? They're right true, and of course, you know, because something will go and look for something for that. For anyone who loves football, check out 24 Sports, right? We have always have the tag posted in our story, and you can check their Instagram page as well. All right, Sham, who's your cash replacement?
I like the shot from Kevin now, but I don't know if I feel like maybe an Arsenal player would be a good investment for the long haul. 'Cause I currently don't have any, right? Like a Saliba or a Gabriel. I don't know if it makes sense to go down that route. But
When is Ben White coming back? I want Ben White on my team, but when is he coming back?
Hold on, let me see if I can answer. Ben White.
I know he a bit
Okay,
expensive, but
he's 25%, so not
you know, he
looking
out
too
for a while.
likely.
Yeah, he out for a while.
Not looking good at all. He's out for a while. He's out for a while.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not happening.
I don't know. Yeah, so
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 yeah,
maybe a Saliba or Gabriel, and they play Brentford, and then they go into Wolves, and I think it's Luton after. Is Luton?
you have Wolves and Luton,
Yeah.
correct? So yeah,
Yeah.
Brentford
correct.
Wolves Luton.
They are big opportunities to keep clean sheets, so it could be very well at a good investment from cash. There's not significant price jump, so I would say go with one of them.
But what about a defender with higher attacking returns though?
Okay, so for higher attack and returns, um,
Who's the higher attacking ones for Arsenal now? If White out,
Well,
what
to
they
me
left?
was header, but the main person, and right now we don't have those kind of defenders. Now. It was supposed to be Timber, right?
right.
For now on
So Tomayasu and
Chenko,
Zinchenko, are they
yeah,
fixed?
might
What's good for them? Yeah.
no, they yes fixed, but what I've realized, Zinchenko is not. So this particular is not a good game for Zinchenko to play. The Luton and Wolves might be better because Zinchenko defensively is not that great, and we'll have to do some defending against Brentford for sure, for sure.
Because
So
I like the
Tomiyasu
Arsenal
might,
defense, but I want to get a more attacking one because their attack not clicking as they used to. Like the goals
no,
coming from
not yet.
everywhere on the field, everywhere,
Yes,
right?
it's
So like if you
correct.
could get a defensive return and then a surprise attack with that, I want to get the most attacking defensive
Yeah,
defenders already from Arsenal. So
yeah, yeah. And that's exactly it. That's exactly it.
and I
And
don't
so
mind
I
putting a
won't,
little extra cash for that.
yeah, good faith recommend wingers. Saliba is the best shot because he gets in the bonus points. Getting once we get the clean sheet, of course, you'll get the bonus points and the odd goal here and they did score in the last game. Save my
Mhm.
whole weekend. So he's a great shot. He's a great shot. Now, what I want to do or tackle really quickly before we I guess we could go in before we go into team selection. I want to talk about this game here. I'm gonna pause to test with this game. Everton Man. Punts. I am very tempted, guys, like this game. That's for my team, not the channel, but my personal team. Very, very, very tempted. Very tempted. Because Jack Harris is back up now. The problem is yes, 10 points slash. So because they were just on the cusp of relegation problems, they were 14th, I believe, doing well, and now they're dropped. Manu's troubles and woes right now not looking too hot. I think that either way you spin it, any player from either team is a decent punt because yes, Everton now have to deal they were doing a few games ago, and Man U have to try and turn the corner. Right? But who from Man U, I can't tell you that. But Calvert, Doucouré, and Jack Harrison is on my mind. I think they could dig deep and do that. I hope that their spirits are deflated. Right? I don't know what you think about this Man U game. Is this a game that people should jump on or leave that alone? Touch it.
I don't believe in any money assets right now anyway, so I don't think that would be.
No, but he more talking about the Everton assets.
I don't want to know.
believe-
I don't because
I don't believe in
both
any
of them in the
assets
same
here.
boat.
Yeah,
Hey, Everton on a nice purple patch. But I mean, they get hit with the
They
10-point banner thing.
They are.
But
They are.
yeah,
They-
they scored
they put
3 in the
in
last
So
game.
we don't know what that will do with their psyche because they just did
Yeah.
all that hard work, reversed all the defeats, reversed all of that points, everything. It just fixed. They literally just dug themselves out there as a hole, and now they could be facing relegation. This could be the difference. And now they have to fight again. And I'm hoping that that is enough for them to get to the winning ways they were just now and might have some good assets.
I think Calvert
Yeah.
Lewin might be an interesting shout. I don't know if he's fully fit still because he had injury problems and stuff. But he's an interesting
Yes,
shout
yeah.
for Everton. He's key to their survival chances in this Premier League for this Everton side. He's key.
Him and Harrison, yeah.
Agreed,
And the Korea, of
agreed.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
because of
favorite.
yeah.
No,
No, I think
Mikalenko. Any back.
has been because what 2 goals in 2 games in the last 2
2
games.
goals
I
in 2
believe,
He
you know?
games.
has been scoring
Yeah.
some goals, it's true. He has
And
been
a clean sheet
scoring
last game. Right? So, yeah.
Ooh,
So
cash replacement shout. I was there.
Yeah,
Crazy
he's
us.
a decent cash guy.
I don't know. Is
But I
that
think
is a real stretch? It's a real stretch.
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
And is Man
They're
U,
fixed.
Nottingham Forest, Newcastle, Chelsea? That's the next 4. So that's kind
Yeah,
of
that's
difficult.
they're
Yeah.
not. That's
It's
what
too
I
up
know.
and
I already
down.
looked
Yeah.
at it. Yeah, their
It's
fixture
too
not
up and
very
down. It's
hot.
too
But
up and down. Yeah.
a team like them that need things, they never know what could happen. You just
True.
never know. Yeah, but those are 3 hard games. But they're playing 2 of these teams in a bit of injury crisis. United and both United, Man U and Newcastle. Not now getting back some access back. So you never know, it might be the best time to play against them. You never know.
True.
It's just me being wild. Don't take me on with that one. I just being wild. Nick, I'm glad you reminded me about that because Johnny sent a special message from Paul. Right, Johnny was like, "Ha, told you nothing from Ireland." And look, Nick waiting for the same thing because Paul has been very patient with Hoyland, bigging us up, telling Hoyland, and Hoyland has yet to bang in the Premier League. It seems like Champions League is his only goal. He plays. I don't know. So nothing from Hoyland, right? Paul, I think Paul just stepped off a bit there, but he's right there, Nick. He's right there. I'm sure he's hearing us. Right, he will see the comment. Johnny wanted to make sure and remind Paul that Poland is not any good. So we will continue. Not any good in the Premier League, guys. We have to give him his
Premier
flowers.
League,
Yeah, something about it. Maybe I don't know. The other that is not his level. I don't know. Right, but yeah, hard luck for Hoyland. No, I want to have a crazy question. For the crazy person that want to get rid of Haaland for not just the injury, but people that up for some reason, don't ask me why. Or good replacements or just doing, but I'm good. This is the one time because you know me, Shaman Kevin, last season I didn't want to hear anything about Haaland, but Haaland is the man, you can't doubt him, and it's a very big game. It's a big, especially again, you know Shaman Liverpool fan, a very big game.
Yeah, it's huge team.
You know what? Forget that question. Haaland should be captain Haaland. Or don't risk it.
Wait, you should ask me how you feeling about this game though. Like you're
Yeah,
confident
yeah.
with Liverpool or
We have.
So my team will win the game, right? Because that's what I believe always, right?
right?
Fine.
Honestly, I find this ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous now that Liverpool plays twice
The
the
first
amount
game
of,
right after, yeah.
twice the amount of games as any other team, probably even 3 times the amount any other team. I think Tottenham is the closest second, right? Or Man City after, whatever it is, right? Of games after the international break as the earliest slot than any other team. is absolutely ridiculous. Especially when Klopp has been in charge since then, they've made it their mission to do it even more. Right? This is the second time you're doing it in this season alone. Right? It is borderline ridiculous in terms of they have
It's
the
because
schedule and they
you're
know what
too
they're
good for
doing.
your own good. You have what 3, 4 different tournaments. They had to spread out in 1 week, so they had
Yeah.
to start early and finish late. They had to
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
the first game.
To me, nah. This is the biggest game in the
Because if
weekend,
not, you would have a
right?
game on Sunday, then a game on Tuesday, and they would have the same clash.
True. I mean, possibly
Yeah.
true.
Correct.
But at the same time, this gives the biggest game on Sunday, right? On the weekend, sorry, right? In English football, you wouldn't want this in your prime TV spot. This is an
Yeah,
early
8 o'clock
morning
in the
game.
evening. Yeah.
This is making is all kind of things you could think about, but and to compound on the fact of that is that Man City pulled almost all their players had injuries this international break, right? Is it comes like Man City get the one time to play an international break to kick off and pull their whole team because they play Liverpool. Liverpool didn't do that because we are accustomed to this kind of leaks now, right? In terms of this kind of pressure. And so whether it may
And
be
it works
whatever
for
it
you
is,
guys with your players itself, because you all have your whole front line is South American players. You all
and
have what?
Salah
You
in
all have
Egyptian, yeah. So we have
yeah,
we have a very diverse team, and I think that kind of counts against us in terms of
yeah.
traveling. But
Man City only have like
right,
one. So
yeah, Alvarez. So yeah, I mean, end of the
oh, and
day
Edison,
is what
sorry.
it is
Edison, what I'm telling you, boy.
Yeah,
Who put
Edison
some
and
well, I
Alvarez,
mean,
sorry,
the
two.
no,
man
he
name
said
now?
no, he said front. He said front line. He said front line.
In front, yeah, in
Yeah.
front.
Yeah,
So
but
I
Edison is
mean,
a sister. But yes, yes.
so I would say it's ridiculous, right? It's absolutely ridiculous, but it's what it is. We can't change it right now. And I do believe that my team will do well, and I am backing. Honestly, I don't want to say it too loud, but Darwin looks in pretty good form. He and
It's just
Salah
I
has
hope he gets
been
to play though. That's the thing. There's always rest
he.
him,
Nah, they'll play him. He'll touch the pitch at some point because he
especially for
scored
international. Where he scored 3 goals in
two
international
or three
break.
goals in last couple of
Yeah,
games, yeah, and he's in good form. Him and Salah is becoming like a Gerrard and Torres, might I, if I could say that, right? Or Suarez and Sturridge kind of partnership, right?
they used to finish their goals.
All of Darwin's assists has been to Salah, right? So it, I don't know. I'm very confident, quietly confident on this team, in my team. We will do well. If the result turns in our favor, I'll be very happy. If it doesn't, then we're going to make a big ground going forward. But I think we have a chance against the City team because this City team is not the strongest City team that we know in the last couple of years. It kind of in transition, but not really in transition, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Just like Liverpool, it kind of
Yeah.
like is a kind of transition City team. The strongest team you see out there, and it's not a
Correct.
Ruben Diaz and Laporte backline is a Ruben Diaz and a
Mm,
Kanji. You know, it not as strong. Rodri is the key person. Is De Bruyne fit, but he will come up and play. If he wasn't fit, he'll still come on his crutches and play against Liverpool. Right? That's how De Bruyne is operate for against Liverpool.
yeah.
Not even United, they should have this kind of respect for. If I've been very frank, City
Right.
doesn't show this kind of respect to any other team in the country other than Liverpool because they
Yeah,
know
well,
how
there's
dangerous we are.
rivals. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be a real good game. I think it's going to be a 2-3 kind of situation. Who's going to score, and it's going to make exciting game. I'm going to captain Salah, not Haaland,
Right.
and
Okay. Like
that
that.
is
Yes.
that is me there. I back in Salah. If not Salah, I'm going to captain Darwin. I lie. No, I lie. No Darwin. I captain Salah. That's all. But yeah, that's my captain
You're
for this game
captain.
week. Yeah, Salah.
All right. And we're looking at who do you say? Okay, who do you suggest, and then who you captain on your own team personally?
Captain Haaland and Salah, the two safe bets, both of them, especially since it's going to have goals in this game,
Yeah.
right? And
Okay.
most likely coming through those two guys. But I'm going, you choose somebody from Liverpool, I'm going to choose somebody from Spurs. I'm going Son, actually playing Son.
That's a
Captain
good
Ban
shout.
is on Son right now.
Mm-hmm,
Both
mm-hmm.
Spurs
No.
and what do you call them, Aston Villa play high defensive lines, right? So Son
Mm-hmm.
will have his moment to shine. He likes to play against high defensive line. And I think he
But
actually have a good record
question,
against Aston Villa. And Aston Villa not
yeah.
good at away games than we played in Spurs. So
Okay,
I'm ready
Ask
to
it,
question
start
Shamir.
this
next.
on
I'm going to
record.
ask the same thing I'm going to ask. Ask it.
Who is providing Son
Mm,
the true
Oh,
balls?
Pedro
mm.
Porro. Pedro Porro one time. Straight through.
Okay, okay.
Pedro
Only
Porro,
him because
Bentancur, he may play. Is a toss-up
okay,
between him and Lo Celso. Bentancur actually
So,
started his first international game 2 days ago, a full 90 minutes.
okay.
So he actually back out.
okay.
And since Bissouma is not playing because he have 5 red cards, they have a extra midfield spot open up. So it's either Hoiberg, Bentancur, and Lo Celso. Lo Celso linked to Barca for January, so he may want to show off a little bit, right? So if they play him, I'm pretty sure he will get some assist points.
Okay, okay,
Now,
okay.
Yeah.
Shamir, I want a neutral head in this one because I was going to ask about that. I don't want to ask Kevin.
Yeah.
Enough. Tottenham with injury crisis and the players still suspended, right? Some of them still
Yeah, we have so
suspended,
much
right?
suspension. Yeah, 2 of them. Yeah.
Shamir, right? Shamir. Somebody in what they're going through right now. Is Son still is any Spurs asset still a good idea? Yes, it's a decent fix. And especially against Villa. Now, Villa travel too good as we've seen so far. But it's Emery, and Emery does not like Spurs. He's always an Arsenal fan. That will never stop.
Right.
And so do you think would you risk that? Well, if someone does not have Son but they want someone from this match, they have to have someone. I don't know if I will die one Spurs in boy because I rightfully asked there's no Madison, right? Maybe Kuliski, but right, no
Yeah, he just doing the
Madison.
work without the assist and stuff. Yeah. He's just bringing the
Yeah,
ball
he's
up in
doing
front
right.
and that's it.
So I don't. I mean, Captain and Son to me is a huge risk because he's the only outlet, and we've seen in the first 3 games when the team was like this, he was not doing anything. It was Madison
Yeah.
pulling the weight, and
But as you
eventually,
say, he's the only outlet, right? Well, that is not what you want for a captain.
right? But he didn't in the first
Yeah.
games. All of us, and it was only after a while the cohesion came. So can they magically create the cohesion now in the midst of this? He didn't do anything last game week.
Yeah, last game it was poor, still poor.
It's a hard question, because just like anything, you don't know the future, right? So you can't really say off the top
Of
of your
course, of
head,
course.
right? You don't know. It could be very unpredictable. Son could come and score 4 goals against his Villa team. He will score no points, right? He could play half a game and get hook off, right? But me personally, I think you watch the history of the player, you watch how the player has operated over international break as well as the previous fixtures. You understand the coach, and the new coach plays aggressively. He's a very tactically fluid coach, I would say. Like he thinks a game plenty now. Son is a very adaptable player. So I think he's a good pick for the long term still, because whatever doubts you have in this Spurs team, you know for sure he'll be the constant, right? In terms of he's incredibly fit almost all the time, right? He will play at least 70 minutes every game, right? He's their focal point right now. So he is a safe bet in this team, in the Spurs team. And I wouldn't go as far as captain him in this game week because this fella's squad is a very good team, right? They are, quote unquote, as people calling it now, top 4 contenders. I don't know how true they'll be, but it's a very difficult fixture. It could go very good for Son or very bad. It could go very, 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 very either way. So captain him would be a little stretch, but I would say if you don't have him and you have the money and you have the funds and you're feeling a bit risky, I think take him because it could honestly go either way. He could score a couple of goals, he could not return. But it's a good investment in the long term because he has been returning and will continue to do so in this team, how this team plays now.
Yeah, but the thing with Son, and Kevin could back me up, Son is not 100% fit, maybe 70 at best.
Okay,
He
well, I
forced
was
the
fitness wise.
international break. So that is a key concern for me.
Actually, the
That's a
second
key
game he looked
concern.
good enough. He got 2 goals and
Yeah.
assists. So in the second game. And
Okay,
he
well, I don't
wasn't
know
that
his fitness, but yeah.
he wasn't that injured or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so 10 minutes away from the hour. I'm gonna run through. So let's just create a team quickly enough for the game week 13. right? No, it doesn't have to be a differential team. This is just a team that we think will perform the best for game week 13, especially with all the injuries and whatnot. So we're using this as our buy sell hold and also our captain selection as well. We're gonna select the best captain, the best goalkeeper, strikers, defenders, everything. So we're gonna create this team really quickly here. So, and of course in the comment section we're taking input as well. So Shamir, Kevin, and myself, we're gonna try now to create the best game week 13 quote unquote free hit team for this game week. So I don't know who wants to kick us off. It doesn't matter any other caller player, and I'll replace him and we go
I'll
from there.
replace Edison with Johnstone.
No problem.
Johnston,
That's with
whatever
that.
his name is. Yeah. I think he's the best keeper. Between him
Him
and
and
maybe
Bournemouth.
Areola. Between those two, easiest choice I could make for keeper wise.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not upset with that at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rolling, yeah.
I would honestly keep Saka inside of there for this team.
Sure, okay.
I'll keep Salah as well. I'll keep in Haaland.
Sure.
I'll take out
Right.
Alvarez, however, and
Okay.
throw in. Who would I throw in, boy? I was looking at maybe. So this person plays. Who did you play now? Newcastle.
Now if you want Kevin, you can pull up a
Yeah.
FDR on your side and stuff
So-
and keep it.
I know what you
I
if
don't know how you feel
Bowen really
about-
injured, I could get Saka in. Have a million in the bank.
I was thinking about maybe I see Ferguson is not flagged though, so maybe he'll play. I don't know. He
Oh, really?
cautious about
Okay.
injuries these days. But I was talking about Calvert-Lewin, but I wouldn't put him. Maybe Solanke.
Yeah,
Might
Solanke.
Right, okay.
He might be a
Okay.
shout, you know.
Taking
Rachel
it.
wouldn't be
No,
happy about that
love
one.
it.
She had him in his team for the longest, right, from the beginning, and we tell her no. And the man returned and straight through.
Yeah, he must have
Yeah.
dance because
Yeah.
Solanke. Right, I love that. Yeah.
Um,
He returned last week,
So-
returned today.
Wang could stay, right? Because I mean he's a good shout. I would
Right.
take out Matoma and probably if you're training Aderinga, I would throw him in. Or
Okay.
or even for this game week. I don't know what Kevin thinking. Who else he would like? I don't know how good Diaby playing Spurs. I don't know if he'll do well. I don't know if he's a good shout. I don't know. What do you feel about
Yeah,
that?
This is Spurs.
Yeah,
No, the
Watkins
beauty-
against Spurs will be decent there. So
Yeah.
What
And the
else?
beauty
Or
the beauty about this game, the beauty about that game, the Spurs Villa game, both defenses a bit shoddy because Arsenal Villa defense, as Paul rightly said, they don't travel well, and then of course Spurs have a few injuries and some disciplinary, some guys on suspension. So this if as Evan rightly said as well too, both teams are gonna play a high line. We know that the Spurs manager is crazy. He'll play high line with 5 people. So the attacking output from both it should be good. So it might be a good shout. For either one, son.
I would throw in Son. I would throw in Son and maybe Ward-Prowse or Kudus, like what Paul was mentioning, because
Who we taking out then, Chan or Mbeumo?
I think both come out because you have higher upside from
yeah,
Son
again, just for this
and-
week, right? So yeah.
Yeah, for this game week, yeah.
Yeah, this
Higher
is game week alone.
Yeah, higher upside for Kudus and Son versus Chan and Mbeumo. Right.
Okay,
now.
so we're taking out Chan.
Yeah.
You want Kudus?
Yeah, because Paul was mentioning him, and I think that's a good shot.
Yeah.
That's a good shot.
For me this week though, I'm quicker feeling Ward-Prowse and Paqueta
Well, I
from
would
West
go
Ham.
Ward-Prowse
I
then.
have to pick
Maybe
West Ham
Ward-Prowse,
players.
Yeah. Well, Ward-Prowse
Yeah.
it is then. No,
So who
I'll-
for
Oh.
instead of Kudus?
West Ham.
Yeah, Ward-Prowse. Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
Ward-Prowse. Yeah, that's me. I don't have to always, I just saying.
No, I mean, honestly, it's a good shot because why I say that is because I think if I'm not mistaken, Burnley have been conceding plenty set pieces.
Yes.
And,
yes. And
Ward-Prowse is that provider.
set
so,
piece boss. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he's a good option for that.
Right. So you're happy.
Yeah.
Well, Cash. We didn't get rid of Cash yet.
No, wait. Mbeumo, we not keeping Mbeumo. I think
Right.
stick,
Who's your replacement?
I was thinking Adaringa from Ansu Fati because
Okay, so going back to him, no problem, no problem.
yeah,
No.
I think so. He's his
I
option.
like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Right.
Defense wise, you have Gabriel and Simicas. I would honestly take out Simicas
No problem.
from there and pick. Who would I pick? Kevin, who you would pick?
Put more player now from Nottingham Forest. Yeah.
Yeah.
They play in
Yeah.
Brighton.
Because
When
they
they play in
champion
Brighton, though.
against Brighton, so it could be
Yeah.
he's very attacking. He's very high on the
Yeah,
wing,
he's
so
very
he
high.
could,
Yeah.
he's attacking.
Now,
Um,
hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, Langer injury is not too serious because that's the next.
Okay.
Right. So right next. Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about a Sheffield United defender? I mean, we have Solanke, right?
Now that means we're playing two defenders against two of our attackers. Huh?
That's true.
Yeah.
I would do that. That's a good
Yeah.
point. That's a good point. That's a
Yeah.
good point. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Everton?
Oh,
Everton and Man U?
Alan Mikalenko.
Alan
I mean,
Mikalenko, yeah.
ideally no, but yes at the same time because
Yeah.
Because he playing home.
Yeah, it
They
could
play
be a
in
good
home,
show.
yeah.
It could be interesting. It could be interesting.
You never know.
I say do it, you know. I say do it, yeah.
I might have double up on the Crystal Palace defense and put Anderson, you know.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Mikalenko's a good shout. I like his shout,
Alright.
but I would have double on it because Luton is not the most attacking team, and I
Right.
think Crystal Palace plays at home, and it could very well be good for them against the Luton team for a clean sheet. But if it goes wrong and they concede, then we lose points there galore. So,
Yeah.
it's touch and go.
Yeah. At least with Johnstone, we could get some save points for our troubles if they do concede.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. But using the FDR the fixtures, who's the next solid defender that we could start quickly? Now, of course, I don't always do the fixtures, Asham, or what the gut telling you. Because sometimes you go out with fixtures and then boom, City lose 2-1 to Wolves, stuff like that. Crazy things happen when we rely on fixtures.
I mean, honestly, I was really Zichenko and three players watching me real hard right now is Zichenko, Pinnock, and Mitchell. For some reason, for some weird reason. I don't know why.
Pinnock playing us.
Yeah. But Zichenko, because if Brentford and he can score in some
The thing is, I don't Zichenko start, but he should start. That's the only thing, because he could feel something.
Those just like gut feelings again now. Like I don't know why. But yeah.
Alright, I'll check him. Zinchenko, you don't pay, but I'll check him. And I've extra. Kevin, anything you want to change?
No, I'll leave Gabriel and put Zinchenko on the bench. If you have the money and the freeness, you just do like that.
Alright, so we'll leave Gabriel. Okay.
I would have cheekily throw in Lascelles as a ultra cheap differential against Chelsea. If they both keep clean sheets, Lascelles will play because they have injuries in the team.
Right. I catch you. Yeah.
Like if you Kabore, you go to swap out your Lascelles and you rotate throughout the team and you're good to go.
That's not a bad shot, actually.
Yeah.
That's not a bad shot. Okay. That's a differential. Anything you would want to change, Kevin? You're like in the same comment section. Anything you
it's just one. I thought we need to get like a Aston Villa attacker, but I don't know where. If it's in the front line or in the middle line.
Well, the only person you can put really and truly
is either Watkins or
Watkins, right?
Yeah, Watkins or Diaby, but
yeah,
I'm not sure who to really replace for that. So the only person is maybe a drinker because, as I say, I don't find.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't find.
All right, so
Brighton as attacking as they were before. Like people figuring out.
Right.
So
yeah.
But
he has been sneaking in some goals. He has been.
He got one not last week, but the week before or something.
Yeah, he's been scoring some goals. So we're looking.
No, actually, he got 9 points last week, I think.
Yeah. So you're looking at Diaby versus Adaringa. I mean, if you're so that means you're not backing Spurs to keep a clean sheet against Villa.
Oh no, definitely not. No.
Okay. All right. Well, then I mean, swap out.
Okay, so that's it then, Diaby. Alright, so
Diabio, Watkins, Kevin. You shout out.
Well, if we go in midfield, Diaby.
Okay.
Yeah. It's ready for the like what we have available. If it's going a 3-4-3 or 3-5-2. So
Yeah. I mean, I like this 3-5-2, looking good. And Solanke's a good shout. And if you're feeling extra risky, like I think Darwin would be a good risk.
yes, a good risk,
But
yeah. But
yeah,
he needs nine
yeah.
shots to score hit the post. So I good right now.
If
Very
I'm being
and
upset
honest,
again,
with
I
him.
think I really think they might bring him on as a sub. I don't know if he
yeah,
starts.
I think so too. I think you'll go another
So,
sub, like at least for 30,
Yeah,
35 minutes. Yeah. I think Jota and Cody Gakpo will start. See how
yeah.
the
right,
game
right.
goes from there. Jota will score a goal in the earlies, or
And
even
Darwin will
sub,
come and save them in the end. Yeah.
and that will come and equalize and score the Salah will score the
Yeah.
winner. Game
Yeah.
done.
Wow, I
Mm.
love it. I love you.
So good for football, but not for fantasy.
Yeah,
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 facts.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's run it through quickly. So this is our quote unquote free hit team for game week 13. So these are the players that we think will give you optimum points. Of course, there are many other players to pick from, but these are the guys that caught our eye and tickling our guts. So of course, John Stone, Mikalenko, Gabriel, Aina, and then Watson, Salah, Saka, Sankey, and Haaland. Would we leave the arm on Haaland, or who in this team would be captain?
We have a coin to flip between Haaland and Salah.
So I was saying Salah all the time, right? But what if your captain what bros?
Ooh, okay, I like the
Uh,
chickiness. I like
as
that.
like
I love that.
as like as like real
Culture
differential what
differential.
bros.
You all know I love that.
Yeah. But
I'm not
safest
upset with
bet would
that.
be the three big guns in the team, Son,
So
Salah,
Son,
Haaland.
Haaland, or
Yeah, any one of
okay.
those, go with your
So
gut, go with those.
yeah,
Anyone, it
yeah.
doesn't
Well,
matter.
we
Three quiet
certainly
guns.
and cheekily on WordPress, of course, we recommend, unofficially Son, Salah, and
Yeah.
All right, I
Mm-hmm.
like that. I not vex for that at all. All right, so I think we had a solid show there, some solid advice. We tried to tackle the injury crisis as best as possible. Before we sign off, Sham, any solid piece of advice for the game week 13?
I guess don't rush it. This game week is an interesting game week. Plenty, no fixture like jumping out at you to like scream points, points, points. Is in terms of the big teams, the big six, but you'll get points not from four players, but your whole team. So if you could just spread out the team, make some interesting picks, get points from there, and then jump back again into the next game week, pack your Haalands and your Salahs afterwards. But this game week will have plenty goals, I feel like, but not from like expected sources. That's what I'm gonna tell them now. So yeah.
Yeah. Kevin?
It will be kind of late advice, but try to make your transfers as late as possible. We need some more news on the status of these
Yeah.
players.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I
Yeah.
mean,
Fully
it's
agree.
like the last day of 2 weeks, so
No, you're right. You're right.
yeah,
Especially those who might be still traveling from South America and stuff. So we
yeah.
definitely have to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so press
And
conferences, pressers. I'll try my best while at work tomorrow to post them up on our stories and whatnot. I'm trying to see if I can do that more often. But of course, check your Twitter, check it out. There's a lot of information on Twitter. Twitter is the place for that information. Of course, my solid piece of advice, as always, don't forget to click that save button. Do not get excited, especially now. This is a crunch game week with all the injuries. You do not want to put someone on the bench. Did not click the save button, and that
Yeah.
person is
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
bench.
make a
Yeah.
bus
True,
team
true,
right
true.
now, and then wait for your last minute to make it
Yep.
Yeah.
your chances
So
or your
put
transfer.
Agreed.
as much injury guys on the bench, save that, click that save button, hold on until we get the news. Right. And of course, before we sign off, this again want to shout out 24 Sports. So of course, this should be familiar now with those that are following us on Instagram, our Instagram page. I have this up on our stories, right? So from the 20th to the 25th of November, Black Friday sale get 20% off on jerseys, tracksuit, and training sets. I did put up some of those on our storage before. I'll try and run the next set again. As usual, I have some friends who could attest, not just saying this, that their kits are quality stuff. So check them out. Christmas is coming up, might want to treat yourself or gift it for someone else, or wives looking on or girlfriends looking on, trying to get want to get something, cannot go wrong with a kit. And Shamir and Kevin, if every year you get a kit, fresh kit that come on every year
Yeah,
from
yeah,
your team
yeah.
for
That'd be
Christmas,
cool.
not
It
upset.
changes every year, no? Every year you
Every
get a
year,
piece.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's true. It's
So you
true.
can't
Exactly.
repeat
So
it.
It's true.
Yeah.
not
It's
upset,
true.
right? Not upset. So
So
yeah.
guys, play back this, right? Make sure the computer on loud next to your wife or girlfriend so they can hear it.
Love it.
Right?
All
And you
right,
know we
guys,
don't go by.
and of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Of course, go check 24 Sports Instagram page as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please share the video. I have a short that did well, I think about 1,200 views on the short. I'm having fun with it because of course we're in crisis mode right now. But thanks everyone for coming through. May your arrows be green, may your captain score hat trick, goalkeeper save a penalty, right? And of course we wish you guys the best and we see you all in the next one. Take care, happy picking.